What's up, guys? Back with another video. Today we're just going to be touching on a variety of topics and things I feel the need to touch on. Yesterday I was headed out driving to go to the store, and I'm in the straight lane. Well, I'm driving, and I'm in the straight lane, but I get over to make a turn, so a lady hops right in front of me and decides to turn, and she was already at this to go straight, you know what I mean? She was in front of me, so hops over as I'm turning, and she gets in front of me. So I'm driving along. Then the lady actually stops and puts her four ways on and just sits there in front of me. So I end up going around. So I'm driving, and I get the feeling that, I don't know it's a lady at this time, excuse me though, but I get the feeling that whoever's in this car is following me. So I make it to the store, and then I see the lady still is following me. And then I realize it is a lady. And she's pointing at me, and as I get out the car, she drives around my car, and then comes back around to the front of my car, and she's like, "You cut me off, this, that, and the third." I'm like, "Lady, you tripping. I don't know what you talking about. Like, if anything, you cut me off and had your four ways on, and it ain't even no need for you to be here. It ain't even no need for us to be dialoguing. Like, what the fuck?" So she like, "Why you cursing, this, that, and the third?" I'm like, "Lady, you crazy, this, that, and the third." So she's screaming in her car. Like, I'm like, this lady's crazy, you know what I mean? It's a lot of mental health problems that people are dealing with nowadays, because I thought something was mentally wrong with her. And then she just screaming and curse words, profanity, this, that, and the third. I'm like, let me get in the store. So just a little something I wanted to touch on. It's a lot of mental health things going on now that people like make things up in their heads and like are carrying things. I don't know. Like, I just knew this lady was like, something was wrong with this lady. I was like, for you to follow me, you don't even know who I could have been. You know what I mean? Or like, God forbid, like people nowadays, like it could have been a young boy not thinking and did something to hurt this lady. You know what I mean? And I think she even had a kid with her, and that's the kind of example she was setting for her kid. You know what I mean? I'm not condoning violence or nothing, but just rolling up on somebody, you can get hurt that way. You know what I mean? And I don't think she realized that though, but you know what I mean? If it wasn't me, it could have been somebody crazy lunatic you trying to follow, and you just got yourself into all kinds of trouble. You know what I mean? Or somebody trying to hurt you or something. People just don't think before they do. You know what I mean? And it was all her fault. She jumped in front of me and cut me off, basically. But I don't know. I want to get off that topic. I want to touch on the girl Awkwafina. I guess she's a rapper, and she's from New York. I guess she's like really into like the rap culture, they were saying, and she's nominated for an NAACP award, which I don't know, but I used to think the NAACP was for black people, but I just recently found out that the NAACP not really for black people, because it says National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. So by them saying colored people, that's any culture of colored people. You know what I mean? Indian, Asian, anything it could be. You know what I mean? So I guess she's getting some backlash for even getting this award. And I don't know how I feel, because she's not from the culture. Like, if we go to a Chinese culture and try to do their culture or music and things like that, we won't be accepted. And I just know a lot of times as us black people, we always accept things that don't accept us. You know what I mean? When we need to start banding together, you know what I mean, and trying to build some economic structures and things like that to empower ourselves. Because on the world stage, we not taken serious even in like the voting process or nothing like that, because they know we don't got no unity. See, nothing could be done without unity. You know what I mean? Unity with us first, and then unity with the whole human family. You know what I mean? But unity got to start inside first, because a lot of people, you know what I mean, we don't have any unity in the inside. We rather go support somebody from another culture than if we see our brother with a store, we like, damn that, I know him, fuck him, I ain't supporting him. I'd rather go here, there, you know what I mean? And that's the wrong type of attitude to have. The attitude is that we should be supporting our brother and sister, you know what I mean? Going to their stores, and that's how you get things done. That's how you took it seriously, through unity, you know what I mean? Because we let everybody infiltrate our culture. People that don't even live in our communities get to come in our communities and do business in our communities. And if the shoe was on the other foot, we set up businesses in their communities and things, we wouldn't be patronized, or we wouldn't be so easily accepted, you know what I mean, in these people's culture. You know what I mean? And that even goes for Chinese. If we set up shop and go to a Chinese community and do business, or an Arab community, they wouldn't do business with us. But when they come to our community, we so much do business with them and always patronizing them. I just can't understand it. And we won't patronize our brother or our sister. You know what I mean? Even back to the Awkwafina thing. I don't really know how I feel on that, but I'm just like, the NAACP, at first I'm like nominating her for an award. I'm like, I thought that was for black people. But upon some understanding that I got, I'm like, oh, they do got, it's for the National Association for Advancement of Colored People. So that could be anybody. So that's how they pulling that, you know what I mean? None of these organizations is really for us, you know what I mean? Even down to Black Lives Matter, it's my understanding it's ran by a guy named George Soros. And he's a white guy. That can't be our institution if it's run by a white guy. It got to be all black, from the top to the bottom, you know what I mean? And that's not being racist or anything, that's just being real. If it's a black organization, let it be a black organization, but that's not a black organization, Black Lives Matter. Not to me, at least. And neither is the Association for the Advancement of Colored People. The closest thing I feel that is an organization for black people, by black people, is and it's religious too, is probably the Nation of Islam. You know what I mean? And getting back to the Awkwafina thing, yeah, it's just like a lot of our people accept other cultures, to where though if the shoe was on the other foot, these other cultures and things wouldn't accept us. You know what I mean? And I don't know how I feel on it, but I was just baffled as to why, though, I guess she raps and maybe does skits and things like that for black culture. And I guess she grew up in the hoods of NYC, so she's accepted. You know what I mean? I was just baffled why the NAACP would nominate her for an award, but that's neither here nor there. Because, like, we always allow things to come into our culture. I just know how us, not me, but I just know how some of these black folks are that are coons and sellouts. They just let everybody infiltrate their culture without bringing nothing to the table and things like that, and won't unify with their brother or sister, but unify with an outsider. You know what I mean? I'm promoting unity of everybody, but unity got to start within house first. You know what I mean? So we could get united and be taken seriously, because our votes ain't even taken seriously because we don't got no unity. You know what I mean? Like Biden said, you ain't black if you don't vote for me. Who are you to say you ain't black? You can't dictate what the bar is for us. You know what I mean? We ain't got to vote for nobody. Really, now that I'm starting to see nobody for us, we shouldn't be voting for anybody till reparations and things like that is given to us for the things that our ancestors had done, things that was built on the backs of our ancestors. You know what I mean? And I promote unity of all people, because I'm black, but I'm not full black. My mother's white and black, you know what I mean? And I acknowledge that I got white in me too, you know what I mean? That's why I don't ever put down nobody. But when you look at me, you see a black man, so I gotta stand strong on how I feel as a black man. But I acknowledge that I got white in me, because my mother's half and half, you know what I mean? So which makes me, and my father's black. But there needs to be unity in-house first, you know what I mean? And until it's taken care of in-house, you know what I mean? It's never gonna we're never going to be taken seriously. You know what I mean? We let people tell us, dictate things of that nature, like Biden. Who is he to dictate, you're not black if you don't vote for me? You know what I mean? And then people were so quick to knock Ice Cube upon meeting with Trump, but Ice Cube was trying to get something done. And if it would have came in the form of Donald Trump, you know what I mean? It would have just been Donald Trump. You know what I mean? Because at least Donald Trump was willing to meet. I guess Biden and them was brushing Ice Cube off when he was trying to pass this to get some black policies and things in order. You know what I mean? But I just see it that like we don't have any unity, so we not taken seriously. You know what I mean? And until we have unity, we won't be taken seriously until we stop going for whoever they try to give us. Like, this is a representative of our culture. Even some of these Negroes they be trying to put around and boost them up and show them on TV and say they for the culture. They not for our culture. You know what I mean? Stop trying to tell us who is for our culture. You know what I mean? Stop trying to give us people, you know what I mean, that are sellouts, coons and things of that nature. You know what I mean? And black people, we need to unite and stand strong together. Until we stand strong and unite together and help each other, we won't be taken seriously. Okay, remember to like, share, subscribe to my videos for constant upliftment, deep conscious conversations. All right, peace.